So we are doing October, November 23, paper 23. Okay, can you give the distinguish between absorption costing and marginal costing?
So marginal costing only values at variable cost
Values
and
what?
the inventory.
It values inventory at variable cost. Okay.
And absorption costing values inventory at total cost.
Total cost. Okay. One difference between direct cost and indirect cost?
Direct cost can be traced to the product and indirect cost cannot be traced to the product.
Okay. This is normal, but when you say an absorption costing sum, what will you do?
What do you
It
mean?
can be directly allocated to the
Allocated to
product
the, yeah.
and it cannot be directly allocated. It has to be apportioned.
Hmm.
Okay. What do you mean by the break-even point?
Point at which total revenue is equal to total cost.
Okay. Or where you make no profit, no
No
loss. Margin of safety?
Difference between the actual output and the break-even output.
Actual sales and
Break-even.
break-even sales. Three situations where marginal costing can help you in decision making. Whenever you have to make or buy a product, you use marginal costing in decision making. If the contribution is positive, you make or buy. Okay, when you have to decide between make or buy. When you have to accept a special order. When will you accept a special order?
When
If
you
contribution is positive, you accept the order, otherwise reject the order.
okay.
Okay. Other place where marginal costing can be used is when you have limited resources.
Or when you have to discontinue a product.
When you have limited resources and you have to make the optimum product land. At that time also you use marginal costing. Okay. Go ahead. Calculate break-even point in units for I.
Yeah, so we fixed cost upon contribution per unit.
Sorry?
Fixed cost upon contribution per unit.
Okay. What is the fixed cost?
93,000.
How did you get that?
I did supervisor fixed salaries plus fixed factory overheads.
Okay. Contribution per unit?
3.3.
How did you get that?
I found the selling price and then I minus direct material, direct labor and variable overheads and then divided it by units.
How did you get direct material?
Direct material 192,000 divided by 80,000.
So
So I
what is the
divided by
direct
60.
material cost?
You have to divide it by 60, not by 50. Huh?
60.
9, 2,
Direct
3,
labor is 156,000 divided by
2.2.
60,000. So 2.6.
And
variable overheads?
114,000 divided by 60,000. So it's 1.9.
So what is the total sales minus this?
8.50 minus.
So contribution per unit is $3.30.
Yeah.
So break-even point would be
28,181.81.
Okay. So whenever it is point something, you put it to the next unit. Now for B.
Same thing.
Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. What is the fixed cost for B?
79,000.
35,000 plus 44,000.
So 79,000.
79,000. Which is the variable cost? 8.5
Hmm.
minus, what is direct material?
3.2.
3.2. Direct labor, same thing, right?
Hmm.
So contribution per unit is coming up to 0.80.
Hmm. So will be
Break-even point for B is
98,750. 98,750.
98,750. Okay, I'll take this information down.
Hmm.
Okay, now what over here? You have option 1. Read the additional information, please.
Yeah. So option 1 is replace the current model
But read
B
the
with an upgrade.
thing.
Oh, Dave is concerned about the forecast loss for B. He is
Hmm.
considering two options. Option 1 is replace the current model B with an upgraded model B by increasing the selling price of B by 10%.
Okay, just 1 minute, okay?
Hmm.
So this is the option 1. So he
Hmm.
wants to replace the current model with an upgraded model.
Hmm.
Okay. So what is the options that he has?
So first is increasing the selling price by 10%.
Okay, just a minute. So if he is increasing the selling price by 10%, so what will the new selling price be?
Okay.
8.5, right?
So it will be 9.35 new selling price.
8.5 into 110%, right?
Hmm.
So it will become how much?
9.35.
9.35. Okay. What else?
Increase the direct material price by 0.545 per unit using an upgraded material.
So direct material original price was how much? It was 3.20, right? Direct labor was 2.60 and variable overheads per unit was 1.90, correct?
Yeah.
What is he telling?
To increase it by 0.45. So 3.20 plus 0.45. So it's 3.65.
3 point.
65.
Okay, just a minute. Yeah, tell.
It's
So
3.65.
3 point.
65.
3.65, sure.
No, 3.20 plus 0.45. Yeah,
3.65.
3.65.
Okay. Then
Then there's no adjustments till contribution, like then fixed cost.
pay 18,000 for an advertisement campaign to announce upgraded models. So
So
this
that'll
is
be
the
fixed cost.
cost. And they believe that this will result in 20% increase in the units of B sold.
Hmm.
So what is the units that he's selling?
80,000.
And there would be 20% increase, so it will become 120%.
Hmm.
So
So
80,000 into
96,000.
120% is 96,000. What do they want from us?
So this is calculate the profit.
They want us to calculate the total profit.
Hmm.
Selling price will become how much? 9.35.
9.35.
Okay. So let us say sales minus variable cost will give us contribution.
Yeah, so we'll minus everything.
So sales is how much?
9.35.
And variable cost will become how much?
3.65 plus 2.60 plus 1.90.
So it will
So
become how much?
9.35 minus all of that will be 1.2.
Sorry, 1.2
1.2 will be the contribution.
into the number of units.
96,000.
So what will be the total units for us?
It will be 115,200.
Okay, minus the fixed costs. What was
Hmm.
the old fixed cost for B? 79,000.
79,000.
So it will be 79,000 plus
And
additional
then
fixed cost of how much?
18,000.
Plus how much? 18,000. So it will become how
Hmm.
much?
Profit is 18,200.
I'm asking fixed cost, you're telling me profit.
Oh, I thought you said minus it. I'm sure. Right.
So this is 97,000.
97,000.
So revised profit will be
18,200.
18,200.
Hmm.
So they want what? Total profit, right?
Yeah.
If option 1 is adopted.
Yeah, so we got now total profit.
Profit of B, na?
Hmm.
What is profit of I?
Oh, we have to find profit of 5 which one.
You know the contribution of I, right?
Yeah. 3.3
No, we have
into.
profit of I directly given to us.
They've given 15,000.
Why 15,000?
It's a loss. No, no,
105,000.
105, 105,000.
So the revised total profit for option 1 is how much? 123,200. Yeah.
Yeah, miss, I got it.
Now option 2.
Miss,
Let's say,
can you stop the recording for a second?
yeah. Now we have option 2. What is option 2 telling? Discontinue production of B. Stop the production of B completely. Make the supervisor of B redundant, thereby incurring redundancy cost of 6,000. So that means you incur a redundancy cost of 6,000 and make the supervisor of B redundant. Increase the advertisement budget for I initially by 8,000. So there would be an increase in the fixed cost for 8,000. So what is the fixed cost for I? Whatever is the fixed cost, you will increase it by 8,000. Reduce the selling price by 0.44. So I will reduce the selling price by 0.44. So it becomes how much? 11 minus 0.44. And they believes that this will result in 50% increase in the units sold. So the units sold will increase 50%. So they will increase by more 30,000. So the number of units sold of I would become 90,000 units. So calculate. Now what they want us? They want us to find the total profit if I opt for option 2. Come on. Let's see the total profit. I have my sale. My selling price would be 10.56 minus the variable costs. There is no change in the variable cost for I. So what was the variable cost for I? Let's check the variable cost for I. So sales minus the variable cost for I. So it was 3.20 plus 2.6 plus 1.9. So this is 7.7. Let me just check. 7.7 is the variable cost. So 10.56. 10.56 minus 7.7. This gives me the contribution of 2.86. Multiply by the number of units. I will get my total contribution as 257,400. I will minus my fixed costs. So my fixed cost is 60,000 plus fixed factory overheads of B. I is 33,000 and 44,000 the fixed factory overheads. There would be a redundancy cost. So the supervisor of B will be made redundant, and instead of this, we are going to give him 6,000, and there would be an increase in the advertisement expense of 8,000. So my total fixed cost would be 60,000 and 33,000 for I, 60,000, 33,000 and plus 44,000 for B, and there would be a redundancy cost of 6,000 and 8,000 would be the advertisement expenditure. So the fixed cost would be 151,000. So the revised profit of I, because I will completely stop B. So revised profit of I would become 106,400. Production of B will completely be stopped. So material, labor, everything of I will continue. Plus there would be factory overheads for B and plus the redundancy cost and advertisement. And number of units sold for I would increase. So revised total profit if the business opts for option 2 is 106,400. Now advise Dave which option he should choose. In option 1, Dave is getting a profit of 123,200. And in option 2, Dave is getting a profit of 106,400. If he chooses option 1, what happens is it gives higher profit. B will also keep on continuing. Okay, but I am not sure if the sales will grow or no. If I choose option B, a staff would be redundant, which will reduce the morale. B will discontinue, product B will discontinue. And we are not sure if product I will have 50% growth. Since option 1 is giving profit also high and B is also continuing, so we can proceed with option 1. With this, we complete October-November 23, paper 23.